All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mitchell Blake, FishIBX. Today we got David Bennett on board with me again. We're gonna bring a short little clip, really quick, on some frog action. We'll see if we can catch some largemouth bass. That is a spro frog, isn't it?
Yep.
That's kind of the new school. Everybody raves about those. That's a fish catching machine.
Oh yeah.
Probably past couple years. So we're going, I don't know, we're gonna do a little comparison. I'm using the old school, the old horny toad by Zoom. Of course, one of us will be on the front of the boat, one of us will be on the back of the boat, so somebody's gonna be fishing behind somebody on it. We might split it up. We might do like a 30-minute run, 15 minutes with you on the front, 15 minutes with me on the front, and see which one, see what we can catch. We're frogging this morning on the Roanoke River. So stay tuned. Who knows what we're gonna see, who knows what it's gonna do. We'll just see what happens. All right, gang, we just pulled in on a little shoreline here on the Roanoke. If you go upriver, there's not a lot of pads. The further you go toward the sound, the more pads you run into. I don't think you necessarily have to have pads to do frog fishing at all. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Ain't no doubt about it. But we're going to work in an area through here that has some pads on it and see what happens. I'm going to get that yellow fly. I don't want a brim or a little bass knock me sideways. And look, I'm actually fishing downriver. I'm going to put the trolling motor on about 2 and let her eat. So we're going to fish this thing fast. With 2 of us fishing, that'll give me a chance to miss some water and let David have a shot at some. And just a little tidbit on these frogs. What I tend to do is I'll grab hold of the legs and give them a little stretch. Almost, I mean, you don't want to break them, but I'll stretch them a little bit straight out the package to weaken them just a little bit. I don't know, maybe gives it a little bit more dance. I tell you what, Jay, there's one. I'd stay close on these frogs during these pads. I can get him out of there. Little guy. And look, if you notice what that fish came off of, you see that one log coming in there?
Yeah.
In the pad, but
oh yeah,
on the wood. When you're throwing these things, I usually try to look at the sweet spots in an area, especially if you're fishing it fast. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to find fish, then a lot of times you'll fish a little faster. Little guy. Dave, you want to take the front? Hey, I hope that picked up on camera. Dave was just explaining on that frog that you got to do a little pause and wait. And he did exactly that before he set the hook. So that's probably the major difference between these 2 frogs, I would say, is with that spro frog or that style frog. I mean, they make a bunch of different brands, but that one, if you set the hook on the initial blow up, what would you say your catch ratio does, Dave? 99% you will not catch him. You'll have some blow ups. Yeah. And you'll start scratching your head and Look, when this video posts, I guarantee there'll be people that'll watch it that'll say, especially if we put a comparison between the two frogs, side by side. Look, I'll take the daggone pliers, man. I'll bend the hooks out on that thing a little bit. It reduces your capability to throw it in thick stuff. But if you look at it, we'll show you the design on that thing in a minute. The hooks lay, there's another. The hooks lay against the frog, and if you snatch it as soon as he hits it, we'll get into it. But
let's take a look at it now. We'll do it later. So
yeah,
hooks lay in there on the
those
side.
hooks lay actually into the bait a little bit. I'll take the pliers and spring them a little bit. We should catch a fish right here. This looks good. Oh baby, oh, he was about the size of my pinky finger. Look at that, man. Look what he did to me, Dave. I don't know what, man.
All he wanted was some frog legs.
Can't swim like that. He's just eating frog legs. Oh, you missed him, Dave. Oh, no, you got him.
No, I missed.
Swing and a miss.
That's the good thing about it. You don't have to
Sucking on it. Yeah.
It's so funny. He literally perfectly took both legs off.
Dang, that thing looked like he had teeth. It looked like a bass, though, when it bit it.
Talking about the crap, there he was.
Yeah. That thing right there, boy. We're just switching sides now. We're going to fish a deep bank with wood on it. So, totally different scenario at where we're fishing. We had 5 or 6 blow-ups, caught 2 or 3 fish on that side. Now let's see what the deep bank does. Easy, buddy. Easy, easy, easy. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, they're banging yourself all around. That's a pretty fish. I saw his mouth come open, man. I don't know if the camera got it, but I saw the fish come out from underneath that shade. His mouth said, I was like, oh boy, here we go. Lonka. It's a lonka. See you, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we shot a little short clip. I guess we've been fishing all in all about 40 minutes, wouldn't you say?
Probably so.
Throwing 2 different style frogs. We fished a shallow shoreline with pads on it. We fished a deep side with wood structure pads. We flipped back and forth. You had the bow of the boat. I had the stern. What all did you gather from it? I know fishing, whoever was fishing the bow got more bites.
Definitely more
More
bites.
blow-ups and bites.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think the difference was between the shallow and the deep?
I think your bigger fish probably in the deep water definitely have more bites in the shallow.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more small bass, but then deep water have bigger fish, but less bites for sure.
I saw the exact same scenario play out. More fish on the shallow side, more blow-ups.
Keyed up on
Bigger fish on the deep.
Wood on the shallow for sure.
Yep. What would you say the difference between frogs?
You covered a lot more ground faster than I did. Mine was definitely a little bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
Colors, I think, had a difference a little bit, but styles more or less. More bites on yours, less bites on mine.
So that's the dang Zoom toad caught a few more fish. That one's having strikes when you move to the front.
Mm-hmm.
Or more strikes, a lot more strikes.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, that's the version of frog. That was a little frog version, gang. Just a little quick clip. Kind of wanted to run over that. Hey, look, if you're throwing these, look, if you guys are going out frog fishing, what I can tell you to do, no matter what kind of rod and reel you got, lock that drag down. That's gonna be your first thing on frog fishing.
And straight braid.
Straight braid, drag lock down. I always check it. If I grab a rod up and tie a frog on, I make sure that if you can pull that drag out, because there's gonna be some fish, I believe, that captured in the footage if Jaden got it, where they bit on the backside of the pads and went in. And you've got to pull that thing through all those pads. The braid will cut it, but if your drag getting right, it's gonna hurt your feelings. You're gonna see one of those fish say, he's gonna go down in those pads and you're gonna lose $5, $6 frog. It's gonna hurt your feelings. You'll talk about him for the next week. But Jaden's got a TFO rod. What's yours, a medium? He's got a 7-foot medium light. That medium light and that rod acts more, in my opinion, acts like almost like a medium heavy to a heavy in most sticks. I grabbed this medium heavy out. I don't know, but either one of them will do fine. This rod I can double dip a lot more with than I can this rod, but this is kind of my frog rod. I use it drum fishing. But anyways, spooling them up with, I'm using 20-pound braid, 30-pound braid. Some of them I have 20, some of them I have 30, but say 20 minimum, right?
I think that's 20 right there.
Yeah.
And that's about as light as I would go for a frog.
And fresh. Keep it fresh. None of that. None of that stuff that's been riding around in the back of your truck, scraping on the
Set in the garage.
yeah,
all
set in
year.
the garage. You want that line fresh. Like I say. And today, I don't know, we caught 3 or 4 dinks, 4 or 5 dinks, had twice as many strikes, got one good fish in 30, 40 minutes of fishing. But anyways, if you want to charter, look us up. FishIBX, give me a call. If you're gonna go frog fishing, pick you up some. Matter of fact, $5.99 right there. Get you some. Or you can go get
Get you a spray for about $7.99.
Get you a spray for about $7. Hey, look, on these frogs, I want to show you something right quick. Depending on the bite, there's things you can do with this frog. Like we talked about earlier, you can bend these hooks out a little bit. If you're having trouble with a hookup ratio, if you don't have patience, you can shorten the legs up if you're getting short strike. I've seen people clip one side if they're going to do a little walk the dog action. So there's things you can do to this guy to make him fish your style or the style that the fish want. But you got to hit the water to find out what the fish want to have a style. So see you on the water. Look us up. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to do something else.
Do it.
Peace out.